Nizi Project Season 2. I confused myself because I kind of forgot that I was like these are hour long, so I was splitting them up into two-parters, and I was like trying to figure out where I was, and it wasn't at, like, you know, between my videos and then these videos, I was like, wait a minute, this is not adding up here. And then I said, oh, that's right, because I try to split it up, break it up into two parts. Oh, okay. But I'm pretty sure that this is where I left off.
今日はこの合宿期間の一つ目のミッション、ダンスミッションを始めます。
Yeah, that's right. I remember these dudes. Okay.
どうやってそんなに余裕を持っているか不思議です。僕が指摘したところを完璧に理解して直して。
That one, the one who reminded JYP of Rain.
パワー、
yeah,
スピード、
edgy, yeah.
全部本当に上手です。聞いてください。
That's right.
Hi. Soken.
Hi.
Soken.
Hi.
Why did JYP drop the pen?
こんにちは。I can, we can, ソケン。I can, we can, ソケン。東京から来ました15歳ソケンです。
I can, we can, Soken は絶対に忘れら
I
れないと
can,
思
we
います。
can, so can.
ありがとうございます。こんにちは。I can, we can, ソケン。I can, we can, ソケン。ソケンです。
He's already got a tagline, man. That's good. That's good. This is marketing. Okay. It's a good thing to do, right? It's a personal brand.
안녕하세요. 15살 소건입니다. 한국말은 말하는 거는 조금만 할 수 있는데 듣는 거는
That's a little bit harder.
네,
Yeah.
운동은 뭐든지 잘한다고 들었어요.
네.
어떤 운동을 잘해요?
축구랑 탁구. 小さい頃からお姉ちゃんとか妹とかでなんか歌ったりダンスすることが好きだったので、最初は夢というよりも普通に遊びでやってたんですけど、
おー、できたじゃん。
20をもともとシーズン1を見ていて、でそこで僕もなんか勇気をもらったので、じゃあ僕も今回ちょっと勇気を出して挑戦してみようっていうことで。
Be a little bit bigger, more
他の
powerful.
参加者に比べて遅すぎです。
He can move.
僕が君を選んだら
That
先
athleticism.
に選ばれた参加者の
You have
中
to
で
work the most, huh?
実力が一番悪いです。
Yeah.
だから僕が選んだら切実な心で本当に一生懸命練習するべきです。
はい。
ひとまずは放流します。お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。保留になった時はすごく複雑な気分で、なんか落ちてもないし受かってもない状況だったので、その不安が多かったです。
ケン君、いろいろ悩んだ末に君の可能性を見てチャンスをもう一回与えることにしました。でも 僕が指摘したことを考えながら一生懸命練習してきてください。
おめでとうございます。合格です。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。とても嬉しくて、もう一度こういう大きなチャンスをいただいたので、今回は悔いなくやってみたい、ちゃんと掴んでいきたいなと思いました。
Okay, see that's bigger movements, right? Sharper movement, more power behind
僕は他の参加者たちよりも実力は足りないところがたくさんあるかもしれないけれど、自信満々に自分らしく表現できたらなと思います。
If that was in the interim, it does look better than the audition footage.
やってみましょう。
Yeah, like even with looking kind of small, this dude could still jump pretty high. So you know. Okay, let's see what he does. I like his energy, his take, right? Expression. Making the movements big. Gets a lot of air. It's a fun choreo. Oh no. Okay, well, I mean, it was at the end. His like from that audition the first audition footage, even though it was only a little bit, it was, you know, his movements needed to be bigger, his lines needed to be bigger, a lot of stuff needed extension on it more, but you could tell that, you know, this guy's got like the athleticism, because it's weird, right? Like his kind of movements were small, but then he would jump and go like way up into, you know, get like some pretty decent air. So it's like, okay, well, this guy can put power behind the movement for sure. He just needs to do it. That little, I don't know what was there at the end. I think maybe he was a little fast, or because it looked like that one move, that little drop down there, was supposed to be in time with the downbeat, you know, the boom, right? But he was like in position to do it a beat early. Everything else was on time. I think there's still like a couple of little movements that could have been bigger, I think, but then again, I don't know this original choreography. I don't know if he's doing like, you know, what was done for the song originally. I think that's what's going on though. And for the most part, like a lot of the movements were really good. I think some of the things like the backwards movements, you know, when he is facing this way but moving the opposite direction. Maybe they could have been a little bit bigger, those steps going back, and then some of the little like turning and dropping the knee a little bit, like that could have been a little bit bigger, but really like minute details as far as the choreography, and because I don't know the original, I can't be like too harsh about it, or I can't be that critical. But JYP, if this is his choreography, I'm sure he'll point stuff out. But I do like this guy's energy. I think he gets a part of it as far as the personality, like the expression was great. Things like his little slogan, his little tagline there, that's good. That's stuff that later on down the line you would put a little bit more emphasis on, but to have it like right out the gate, to already have yourself set up that way, is a good thing. So that's a positive thing.
本当に下手です。ここにいる参加者の中で一番下手と思います。どうして保留したのかわかります。でもダンスを長く慣れてないことを考えると可能性は間違いなくあると思います。間違いなくあると思います。
ありがとうございます。
なぜなら力
Yeah.
とスピードが素晴らしいです。
Yeah. You can tell he's got athleticism.
기본 필링들을 제법 많이 캐치해서 춤을.
Yeah. Yeah. The expression was there.
감사합니다.
예를 들면 이렇게 스텝을 갈 때도 이렇게 가는 게 아니라 낮춰서 가야 되는데 이런 거를 지금 디테일들을 잘 캐치한다는 게 그러니까 몸 동작에 대한 센스가 있는 거야. 운동을 했기 때문에 계속 네 폼을 네가 관찰하고 뭐가 잘못됐는지 알아야 폼을 계속 교정하잖아.
네.
그렇기 때문에 어떤 동작을 보고 저 동작이 지금 어떤 느낌의 동작인지를 캐치하는 능력이 정말 좋은 것 같아.
감사합니다.
でも本当に下手です。お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
Oh man, you gotta be humble, man. You know what I mean? Like your ego is going to, it's going to get a little scuffed up, but that's okay. See, positive.
前回
That's
地域予選の時よりかは
It's the right attitude.
したのかなっていうのは思ってたん
I
です
think
け
he
ど
did improve also.
一番
It's just
っていうのが来てちょっと残念な気持ちもあり
like in A2K with KG, right? It's like you're not a dancer, but she did improve. It's what I mean? Like it compared from like the first audition to the boot camp. It's like, okay, you definitely put some work in here. I kind of see it the same way with this one.
次はゆうくん。はい。
よろしくお願いします。福岡県から来ました17歳富安優です。よろしくお願いします。
どんなところに注意して準備しましたか？
はい、まず地域予選の時にシルエット、振り付けのその形がやっぱり汚いというふうに指摘していただいたので、そこをメインに練習してきました。
ダンスを見せてもらいます。
はい、お願いします。また今日ダンスパフォーマンスではブレイクダンスを見てください。
手足のラインを気をつけない
Oh, okay, okay.
全然ないです。全然見えないです。
He changed up his look a little bit. His hair is different.
シルエットやっぱ形が汚いというふうに注意していただいたので、一個一個の動きの形をやっぱ鏡を見てしっかりときれいにするようにしました。自分がダンスで踊る曲はストレイキッズさんのヘレベーターを踊ります。
Oh, okay. The Stray
ま
Kids
たそれを
debut
選んだ理由
song.
はなるべくその他の参加者の方たちと被らないようにっていうのと、
Huh.
まずその練習するにしてまずワクワクと不安がすごい入り混じってました。今回はしっかりと準備してきたので、そこを見せれるよう頑張りたいと思います。
Okay, so it's sounding like he chose Elevator and then kind of, was coming up with his own take on the choreography. I can't tell if that means like it's a completely original choreography or if he's trying to add some of his own personal style, because he was that b-boy breakdance type of style, so some of the stuff that he's in there that he was practicing, right, the on the hands and everything, it's like okay, a little bit of that, right? So it sounds like I'm getting this interpretation like he's trying to infuse some of his style into the choreography. But let's see.
やってみましょう。
はい、よろしくお願いします。お願いします。合宿が始まる前の自分と合宿が始まった時のその自分っていうその成長を見ていただければ嬉しいなと思います。お願いします。
내 삶은 밑바닥 떨어지 어두운 터널 속을 걷고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 하루를 홀로 버티고 있어 멀어져가는 것을 못 떠났던 길 위에 지지리도 폭도 없지 내가 많은 길을 가는 가이다 발치고도 하나 없이 위로 가는 길은 절대 다시 뒤로 가기 싫어 막막한 미로야 피눈물 대신 피땀 흘리면 나를 위로 사람들은 내게 말해 그 정도의 고비는 지나가는 소나기라고 성공을 낳으려면 두려워도 실패라는 덫이 깔라고 그래 나는 고통이란 미끼를 더 쏘는 채 방황하는 거야 지친 열정의 날개를 잠시 접어둔 채 떨어지 어두운 터널 속을 걷고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 나를 홀로 버티고 있어 손을 밀어도 날 잡아줄 사람은 아무도 없어 내 아픔 내 눈물을 타고 위로 빠져나가고 있어 날 위한 속이는 걱정 하나 없이 차가운 말들 분홍털을 꿈은 좀 접어 포기란 말들이 내 길을 따라가며 절망감만 커져가 희망이란 하늘을 주변 사람의 손으로 가린다 나 살리기도 하며 버틴다 나 살리기도 한다 나 살리기도
Nailed that big movement.
시선들이 실성하지 않은 말을 잘 들어봤자 누군가의 광대 너밖에 안 남은 너가 수라는 지금은 집어쳐 그 말을 들으며 약해져만 가는 내 자신을 넣어줘 떨어지 어두운 터널 속을 걷고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 나를 홀로 버티고 있어
Oh, kind of like a dance hook.
ありがとうございました。
if it was like original, get some interesting ideas in there. He's definitely tying the movements to the concept, even though I don't like. It's been a while since I've heard the song, so I don't remember like line for line. But it's very like you don't even have to know it. You can already see the emphasis is on the vertical, as in hell of like up and down type of movements, right? Continually dropping to the floor, and then the movements to like explain the process of climbing back up. But interesting lines to go, like, you know, the horizontal, right? The way that was done, there was a little bit of a hook in there every time that chorus comes back around, you know. I mean, I think he only got to do it twice, but he had the same movement, the same concept to match that part. I thought the little handspring, you know, jump to get back up is he did it well. He got some great verticality on that, right? Like normally you have to worry about springing too far forward and being off balance, but he kind of went up and like it was very controlled. I mean, that was nice, you know, for such a big movement to be contained in a certain amount of space. Think of like a diver like making very little splash when they enter the water. It's kind of like that. It was interesting. I hope there's some indication as to how original this choreography was, because if that was from scratch, like his own ideas, that was pretty good. It was definitely entertaining. There was some interesting concepts in there, for sure. He's trying to tell a story
アクロバティック
through the
ダンスに入
dance.
れていたので、僕の印象にとてもよく残りました。
僕が地域予選で指摘したところは本当に良くなりました。
ありがとうございます。
では今日は指摘したいところは、
はい、
パワーが本当にいいですけど、間に力を抜いて軽く踊る動きが必要です。
はい。
初めから最後までずっと力を入れるから、少し思うように見えます。
I think that was intentional, though. And I get what he's
もう一
saying,
つ
but
は、体がいつも丸くなっています。
pull the shoulders back, man. Scapular
목이
retraction.
이렇게 몸속에 자꾸 들어가 있어.
Eiji had this. He said the same thing, right? Eiji needs to work on that posture.
내가 계속 말하지만 목이 뽑혀야 돼. 발레리나 생각하면 돼. 발레리나 어떻게 서 있어? 발레리나 항상. 근데 이 상태에서
We're all
힘을
doing
빼야
it.
돼. 가르고.でも力は素晴らしいですね。力は素晴らしいですね。自分の体についてのコントロールが素晴らしいです。
ありがとうございます。
お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
It was cool. A lot of athleticism, and I'm starting to remember like the episodes from before now. That there's a you know there's a couple of guys who are like smooth, right, like super smooth, but there's a lot of power dancer, like you know what I mean, like there's a lot of that power and speed. It seemed to be like the thing that everybody was like, I need to bring dynamic energy, I need to bring power, speed, you know, I need to show my movements can be big and can encompass, a lot. But I agree that there's a great deal of control that he has, which is good because he can learn to be light, to be smooth when it's appropriate in the song. But that was another reason why I was curious, was that a completely original choreography? Because if it was, to me that heaviness in the movement seemed like it belonged there. I think he was trying to show something like that. So it might be, if it was original, it might be a thing where he should have, at the when he was developing this choreography, he should have incorporated some lighter movements in there to show that you can do both.
次は 하루군. 하이.
Okay. That's right.
こんにちは。高校2年生16歳井上春です。よろしくお願いします。
どうですか？自信がありますか？
自分がやってきたことを最大限ここで発揮できるように自分自身で頑張りたいと思います。
That's right.
このオーディションの参加者の中でダンスは一番です。一番です。
ありがとうございます。三次審査の時にすごく褒めてくださったので、J.I. パークさんに認めていただけてすごくありがたく、東京合宿まではまだまだ上に行くために基礎の練習をさらに増やして練習をしました。最近は8時9時に起きてから10時に出勤してダンスや歌を12時まで練習してから毎日自分がすごく負けず嫌いな性格で、成長して姿をお見せして必ずキューブをもらえるように頑張りたいと思います。
見せてもらいます。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Okay. I think after this one I'll do the split because I'm about close to 10 minutes. My video time runs longer than the actual time because of the pauses.
Hey, you wanna come in?
Really sharp.
Here we go now. 노래 나 그때 뭐 기니사 호라도 나 야채 뭐 삼매고와 캐테여 도시 토끼 하나 테인 마스크나 요네 태어나다시 노조무 보쿠노 내가 expecte 도와노 먹고 아후레루 온가구대 호노코에가 가래로 호도 scream my own 힘마와 나이가라
The ability to accelerate certain movements whether they're with the legs or the arms or the torso, he's very controlled.
Hey, you wanna come in?
So he was already really good. I mean, you know, from even the auditions, he's the trainee. I wonder, I think if I remember correctly from that first audition, JYP might have remarked that he really used this space that was a bit like he danced to the front of the stage. I think that might have been him. But I also see that here too, right? Like most of the auditions tend to stay in that back portion of the space that they have here, but this guy was like walking it down. He's like, no, I have all this space in front of me, so I'm gonna move up, you know, I'm gonna move and get real close and just move throughout the space. But the way he is able to control the speed is really impressive, man. You know, the range of a movement, you know, whether it's whatever part of the body, it's like it seems very precise. And I mean, it's just like he's gonna speed up and then stop, and then he had some lighter movements in there, some things that were a little bit slow. I mean, you know, it was a nice range of, you know, all the different speeds and power levels. And let's see what JYP thought of this one.
力、スピード、動きの転換は最高だと思います。最高だと思います。
ありがとうございます。
でも全体的には少し固まる感じがします。
はい。
理由は余裕を持って力を抜いて軽く踊る動きがもっと必要です。
はい。
今スピードと力を維持させながら力だけ抜くべきです。
はい。
見てください。
Mm.
見てください。
ありがとうございます。
A close one.
ありがとうございます。
Nicely done. Nicely done. Upholding the mantle of
ハルコは
JYP
参加
trainee.
者の中からダンスが最高になる可能性が高いと思います。でも今日はないです。お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。
Okay, so I'm going to cut it there and then continue with the second half. But you know, if I'm like in the other series too, I don't know, I can't remember the specifics on this one. I mean, it is a competition, but you know, if I'm the guy who's told I have the most work to do, and I'm the one who's the least sort of capable as far as the dance goes, you know, you look to guys like Haru, AG, you know, like some of these guys, and try to get on those coattails. Try to, you know, work with them if you can. You know, if you can say, hey man, can you show me how to improve this, or you know what I mean, like how to. that's what I'd be tapping into. In other words, I don't know the extent to which they'll get help from trainers and instructors and everything too, but you know, those are just the way I start thinking about it. Largely because of A2K, you know, because of the type of show that is, and how it's not a direct competition, like head to head between all the contestants, so they can kind of help each other out. But honestly, there is this, you know, if you're in this type of environment and you're surrounded by a bunch of people who are very talented, like you'll get some of that energy at the very least. And if your eye is sharp enough, you're, you know, watching each performance and saying, okay, that was good, and then listening to JYP and saying, okay, so you know, the lighter movements, keep speed and power, but keep it relaxed. You know, all these, you have to start compiling all of that information up and thinking about how can I actually put this to practical use in some way, you know, to make a lot of improvements. But but like the athleticism, the power, right? Like, this is a consistent thing. Is like, well, you guys got power, you know what I mean? You got speed. Like, nobody really needs to worry about that. It's just developing finer technique, finer dance technique, so that you can apply power and speed in the most valuable way, right? Like, but all of these guys are quite capable. You know, they got a lot of strength and speed and flexibility, and I see a good degree of accuracy too. Man, it, like, the thing is, it's impressive. Even, you know, the ones that supposedly aren't as developed. I mean, I say that because I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I would be way worse. So, you know, I'm like, well, man, the bar is like incredibly high, because to look at some of these performances and say, oh, you're gonna improve so much, it's like, what are they gonna do? Fly? You know, like, are they gonna like literally just levitate? Because, man, they're pretty impressive already. Let's see what happens on the next episode.